What's good, what is good, my sizers? We are back again with another video, and today we are at New York Casino. If you're coming from the garage, you're gonna go down some stairs or take the escalator down, and you're gonna run into the bell desk, the car rental, and then on the left is going to be the pool and the pool entrance. So this is what the pool looks like. It's pretty intimate, pretty small, but it's still very nice. I think this is probably my favorite one because it's so small and intimate. And then once you leave that, you have their poolside store. And this one is kind of a mix of like a poolside store and an essential store that most of the casinos have. But walking into the main area, you have a lobby bar on the right side, and then on the left is registration, which is kind of a key part of casino. So that's the biggest part. On the right side of the registration, you're going to run into this restaurant called America, and everyone talks about it because it has really good deals. So this is one of their big deals that they do have. However, it is available only from 5 to close. And then once you go up the stairs, because after the America restaurant, there's only stairs over there. So once you go up those stairs, you're going to run into the Big Apple coaster and arcade, which, if you don't know, the big roller coaster outside of New York is literally what New York is all about. So that was the pricing, and you have to be 54 inches to ride it. And then I will give you a tour of their arcade. Now, I've never really been inside of an arcade before, unless you count like Circus, but this is honestly a pretty big arcade. Like, I was impressed. It had all the cool rides, all the cool like racing games, and like the claw machines, and it just had a little bit of like Dave and Buster's to it, but also a little bit of like the casino aspects with like the ticket game and stuff. And so I thought this one was really cool, and they had actually a really wide variety of prizes that you could get, especially for it being a casino's arcade and not just like an arcade by itself, you know? So I was super impressed with that. But also there's like lockers inside of this arcade for those who are going to the New York roller coaster. And then like there's also an entrance to get to the roller coaster. That's where the guy in pink just came out of. But yeah, so I thought this setup was super cool, and it had literally like a bit of everything to this arcade. This is definitely my favorite arcade. And those are the prices for the credits or the tickets and whatnot for the arcade, because you have to get an arcade card. It's like an e-card, I guess you could say. So once you leave the arcade right next to the stairs, or if you take the escalator down, this is the view. It's actually pretty nice. This is an Italian restaurant, and this is a close-up of these slot machines. And if you look really closely, you can see that there's a bar in between all of the slot machines. And this area over here is actually pretty cool too. It's cobblestone. I think it's called Cobblestone Street, Cobblestone Lane, but it's basically like New York's food court, and it's set up like New York City, supposedly. So they have steakhouses, delis, pizzerias, and just small shops. Honestly, I didn't come here all the time as a kid, but when I did, this was definitely my favorite spot. Not only because it's strictly food, but because of the authenticity of like the New York vibes. You could see like there's apartments set up on top of the shops like New York, and it's just super cool and authentic. So this is a Mexican restaurant. That's a crepe spot, but it wasn't open, and I don't think it will be reopening. This is the deli that they have there, and then Tom's Urban. I heard that's super popular too. But in the middle of this food court is their theater, which Terry Factor will be performing his puppetry shows and things like that. But next to Tom's Urban will be the sports book. The sports book, I think, is one of the smallest sports books I have ever seen inside of a casino, to be completely honest with you. And then next to the sports book is a bunch of small shops as well. So this one is all about New York's merchandise. Of course, there has to be a Starbucks in a casino, otherwise it wouldn't be a casino, now would it? And this store, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I have no idea what it is. But this is Stupidiotic, I think, as I pronounce it. I don't really know. But they actually have some pretty cool stuff in that store as well. And next to that, we have the Nine Fine Irishmen, which is a pub and a restaurant, I believe. And next to that, we have the Hershey's Chocolate World, which I did do a video on earlier, so be sure to go check that out if you haven't already. And here's some more table games, but they weren't open. They're probably open at night, though, because I did film this during the day. So then once you go back up the stairs, because there's a lot of ways to go upstairs, you're going to run into not only another entrance for Hershey World, but New York pizza and the pretzel spot. But there's also this bar that is called Pour 24, and honestly their setup was pretty dope. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's definitely a casino on the strip when you see a virtual reality stand. And New York is also pet friendly, dog friendly. As you can see, there's a dog walking right there. But this is also the famous Coyote Ugly, which is only open at the nighttime, but they do have their frozen daiquiri spot open 24/7. And then towards the end, you have Nathan's, and you run into Haagen-Dazs ice cream. But as per usual, I'm running out of time, so if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below any other casinos you'd like to see, and be sure to smash that subscribe button down there while you're at it. Toodles!